What's up, traders? This is Trader's Edge. I am Mark Sebastian, your only option, and this is your look at the week ahead. Some important economic things happening on Friday. PCE gets announced. That's the Fed's preferred. That is the Fed's preferred method of measuring inflation. Toward the end of next Friday, we have non-farm payrolls, ISM. It is a packed week for economic events. So you got to be on top of that. If you look at what SPX is doing right now, I'm going to share SPX. Strangles continue to be inexpensive. Vols at lows. Strangles and straddles still look really inexpensive on a relative basis. So, for instance, the straddle for next Friday, which has non-farm payrolls, PCE, the whole 9 yards, $55. Now, this is the first week where straddles and strangles totally did not work. We had not seen that in months. I think it's worth it to wait till Monday to try and open something on that. But we'll do note that with non-farms, with PCE, with plenty, Vol's cheap. All right, now let's look at the 5 stocks I'm watching. And we're going to start with Apple. Apple actually managed to close up on the week after a really rough Friday, last Thursday, excuse me. I think it's forming a base. I'm looking for it to rally. Tesla, same story. It really looks like it's trying to get off the mat. I'm watching SMCI. This sucker, I think it's going to head to the 50 here next week, potentially. I'm looking for a strong move lower on this one. Tried to break over the 21 and failed. I'm looking for it to go to 850-ish. NVIDIA, kind of a similar story. It's sitting at the 21-day. It actually touched it for the first time since February. Now the question is, does that crack? All right, now my final name I am watching is JP Morgan. It broke $200. And, how high can the banks go? We saw some big rotation again. Keep an eye on the mid caps, KRE. They're looking really strong. Names like CMA and Fifth Third have been rallying. I think these banks may finally be out of some of the malaise that they've been in. Fifth Third looks like it's going to 40. TFC, another one, looks like it's going to 40. These are all banks I really like. I like them as a trade. Now, just real briefly, oil looks like it's going to 80. And gold's now over 200. Watch for these to continue to break out. And then finally, Bitcoin. The halving is coming. It's taking a little breather, but look for Bitcoin to potentially make a new high this week. All right, folks, that's everything on my radar, everything I'm watching. I think that we're due for a move in SPX. I'm very nervous about the level where vol is and the S&P. I think we're due for an S&P correction. It could come out of we could see NVIDIA, Microsoft, Meta sell off, and maybe some of that money flow into Apple and Tesla. And the industrials, were already seeing some of that rotation. And I think the rotation out of some of these super, super well-loved names and into maybe some less loved names is how this market makes its next leg higher. All right, folks, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. If you celebrate Easter, happy Easter. And I look forward to being with you on Monday. I am Mark Sebastian, your only option. This was the Trader's Edge.